And once again, the honk will lead them. What's going on, everyone? Welcome all. Welcome. Wait a second. I feel like my mic is a little higher than it ought to be. Okay, check 1 2 2 2. Okay. That should be about the right volume. Can everyone hear me okay? Yes. Hopefully. I had some tech issues this morning dealing with audio, so I'm just making sure that my mic is okay. Can everyone hear me okay? Check 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. Hey, it's Shattermage over on YouTube. What's up, Shatter? Good to see you, man. How's everyone? Can everyone hear me on the Twitch channel as I make some final adjustments, having corrected a problem? I am audible. Okay, and I am audible on YouTube. All right. So Twitch folks, as soon as you get the chance, let me know if I'm audible over here on Twitch. I should be. I'm just making sure because it was giving me agita this morning. So 222, check 1 2. I should be good, I think. 1 2. Yeah. Okay, looks like the equalizer is equalizing the way it should be. So, cool. Sorry about that, folks. I was just in the process of getting these things going. Good to see everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. And welcome to our first Tuesday in August. It is August 4th, 2026. No matter what anyone tells you, this is usually the time when we start to get all the back-to-school crap when it's actually still 4 weeks at least away. Even for kids that go back early, we're talking about still 2 to 3 weeks away. So let's take it easy on the back-to-school stuff. It's my personal pet peeve around this time where every advertisement is just kind of like, let's get back to school. Like, no, we'll get back to school when we get back to school, okay? We'll get back to school in September as God intended. No, even if it's in August, it's not the first week of August. So we're still in summer. And I am back. It is day 3 of Suikoden, the HD 1 HD Remaster. And I want to chat a little bit about Gen Con that was, which I just got back from. Before I do that, just a couple of reminders. As always, if you have not done so already, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube. And for those, there are already a couple over there that are chatting right now. Please, hello and hi, and please make sure to subscribe to us and so forth. Thank you, Prince Justin. Thank you. I hope so. I'm glad to be back. Not I hope so. I am back. Thank you. Discord is !ArvCourt. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. Website, arvanelleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop, the merchandise area. !ArvTreon, the Patreon, which we are going to be making some adjustments to here, hopefully over the next couple of weeks. I do have, this week, I've got a lot of stuff that I got to get caught up on, including some emails, some writing. I've got some chores around the house and stuff like that to get done and things like that. But certainly, hopefully, by the middle of August, we'll be making some adjustments and then not relaunching it as much as just sort of, just once again going forth and being like, check out this cool thing that we've got. So that'll be the deal. And for the Patreon, and in the meantime, you can get some cool stuff there for yourself. Also cool stuff for the channel. Same thing if you sub to the channel, as Hillness was kind enough to do earlier on. Oh my God, Imaginary Exponent! All right, hold on. Let me finish up my little spiel, Imaginary. I want to see how you're doing. It's so good to hear from you, man, really. Yes, blah, 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 Discord, and what else was I talking about? Yes, subbing to the channel, custom sub badges, and so on. Publishing, Icarus, my graphic novel, Library, Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook, and Greyshade, my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, award-winning, critically acclaimed, available there. You can get the audiobooks of Greyshade Renegade and Heretic at that link as well. And also Greyshade, and also please pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, brought to you by Brandon O'Brien. That is coming soon, so please do get those pre-orders in. That's all available over there. And as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter. Important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point help now. The World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. I'm going to save the one I usually do now for last. I want to send love again to the people of Minnesota and Minneapolis. As always, the people of Biddeford, Maine, the people of Newark, New Jersey, the people of Memphis, Tennessee, all those battling against federal occupation and invasion. We are winning this slowly with great cost, but we are doing it, so please keep it up, and thank you for the inspiration that you give all of us. And last but certainly not least, exclamation point Ukraine, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and we send the message. We'll do so for others in the future. And I ended with Ukraine because Imaginary Exponent is here. Imaginary, it's really good to see you. I am so glad, and I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I know whatever you're at liberty to mention or not mention, please do, but it is good to see you. I hope you're doing okay. See, be right back. 5 minutes. Okay. That's okay. I heard you were there. So I will be here talking, when you were there. And let me do this. I have that strange experience. I don't know if anyone has this feeling. First of all, hi everybody. I have that strange experience of, I've been streaming for many, many years, right? And I have like a routine built in, and I have my setup up here. But I always have that experience of getting back after a vacation or getting back after I've been away. And there's a surreal element to the familiar things, the things that are normally familiar, right? Like, so, and this will pass within a few hours, right? But at least for a day, I shouldn't say an hour, maybe a day or so, there's always a little bit of a strangeness about it. So it's like sitting back down, and I'm just thinking about, my last few days have been like getting up in hotel rooms and, gathering my, putting on my full like regalia with the freaking tie and the vest and the pocket watch and all that. Going, and then, in this particular case, we had to drive from where we were staying into the convention center, making our way through the thousands. I don't know if they've announced the final numbers yet, if Gen Con has, but I'm guessing it was record-breaking, although Sunday was lighter, and Saturday looked like a normal Saturday, but Thursday and Friday, Hilness can confirm, was nuts. It is weird, yeah. Thursday, it was over 80K, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Thursday and Friday was insane. And I think that actually, Gen Con is reaching the point. I mean, I love Gen Con dearly, and, the Writers' Symposium is very important to me and all that. I think they're reaching the point where they may be at a ceiling. They sold out all 4 days, and they are adding more convention space. They are adding a hotel. Both of those things should be live by the time we get there next July, August. But it was like uncomfortably crowded. I was a little bit aware of this, I think. The convention that I went to that was like this was the one time I went to New York City Comic-Con. I was on a panel there at the Javits Center on the West Side Highway. And those of you who are familiar with the Javits Center will know it's a big building, but that was, to me, like, it was such a crush of people that I don't get particularly, like, whatever the phobia of like being around lots of people. I don't have that problem. I can get overstimulated, certainly, but I don't have really the problem of having that. But that was very uncomfortable. Like, as many people as were there, and as much as I was like, this was a really great experience, and it was fun to be in a panel where I was talking to 800 people about podcasting. Like, it was a good time, right? But that was too crowded for me. That was too crushy. That was too much of a crush for my blood. And this had little elements of that, especially on that Thursday morning, because I got there, I had to drop off my books at the little community bookstore thing for the symposium. Then I had to run down to my signing at the back of the exhibit hall. And getting down from where I was to the back of the hall, which is where the signings always take place, that was not fun. Like that, it was absolutely freaking packed. Now, it was the opening of the con. The hall opens at 10 o'clock. I was getting there at 11. So it wasn't too surprising in a way that it would be busy. This busy, though, especially for a Thursday. Typically, you get bigger numbers on Friday, and you get the biggest numbers on Saturday. And then, Sunday kind of is variable, but tends to be maybe a little bit less. But this was insane. I mean, yeah. The signing location is not great. I almost wonder if it wouldn't make more sense for them to put the signing location in the symposium area and just leave it at that. Because, like, honestly, we are all located in the Marriott downtown, and there are ways to route it where you could have a signing done in a ballroom, have the volunteers manage running it around that way, and it would be easier for everybody. And, like, as it is, we just get buried behind Authors Avenue, Artist Alley, all the stuff that's all the way to the back of the hall. And it's just like, and in my case, Thursday at 11 a.m. when they had forgotten to list my name there, like I was listed, they actually listed me for my D&D with Viewers event in the main program book. So it wasn't like they forgot about me. It's just that particular event got missed. And so not likely to get a lot of people there for that. And then I had to run out. Hey, what's up, Nonstop? Then I had to run out with my daughter to go to this escape room, which was being held in literally the escape room in Indianapolis, which is like, I don't know, 0.5 of a mile walk, a half a mile walk or whatever. But you got to get through the crowd first before you can get there. And I actually met her there. And I walked in at the stroke of 12, which is when the escape room was to start, like right at the beginning. And so I just got there in time, but that was just a matter of moving through all of these things. So, I mean, again, it's good to know that these places, like, obviously, it's good to know that people are coming to these things. The bookstore that handles our stuff sold some books. I probably sold a good, I think 8 or 9 books, maybe 10 there. That was sold directly by their bookstore. Shout outs, by the way, to the Ajama Community Bookstore. And that was, great. And part of the reason it worked is because we have a dedicated bookstore that people go, I love what these people said on panels, or I loved this workshop, or I loved this D&D event. Let me go see if I can buy their stuff. And you can go, it's right there. Like you walk out of the room and it's right there and you go right there. So I think they could do something like that for the signing also. But, so it was very busy. But other than that, I think, Zombie Orpheus Exhibitors Hall is getting a redesign for next year. Yeah. Also, one second. Yeah, see, I'm getting this. I hate audio problems. I'm getting this thing that was happening, that happened about maybe a couple years ago, where it's, check 1 2 2 2 2. I'm getting this like sound, which means usually like there's a cable problem or there's a something problem, and I don't know what the hell it is, and I hate it so much because it's so hard to troubleshoot audio problems. Oh God, hate it so much. I hate it. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to just push through and try to figure out what's going on, because the thing is, you just have to like. I hate so much this business of I can't even tell you. Troubleshoot audio. Yay. My favorite. Hate it so much. Anyway, but so it's one of those deals where like regardless of the situation that you're dealing with at Gen Con, like it's just so big that all of the good things from that and the bad things from that are going to be part of the process. Like you're gonna be dealing with a crush of people. You're going to be dealing with all of the potential dangers. I heard from some people about hygiene issues with smells and stuff like that. I actually, from people who don't have forgotten what a shower is, I actually did not myself notice that as much this year. But you're gonna have some situations like that pop up, and also it's a lot. I was talking about this with my wife about this. I'm not really sure, honestly, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not sure how completely family, where there were some rank smelling people. Yeah, I'm not honestly sure how family friendly Gen Con really is. Like they have a kids area, which we always go to. They have, family friendly like game places and sessions and things like this. But at the very least, I don't think the exhibit hall, for example, is particularly family friendly. Like the way that it's set up, there's so many people packed in there that trying to go to a place, sit down, or sometimes stand around a place and actually demo a game makes it very, very hard. Very hard. Hi, Triffid. Yeah, exactly. Makes it very hard to manage. And like, my experience of it has increasingly been that it's just very hard to get people to go to one game and actually play something because they're constantly worrying about something else. So I don't know. I think one thing that we may change for next year is that the family, probably we will try to do more outside of exhibit hall things. Like, a lot of the individual companies have rooms that they purchase that are outside the hall. So like Monty Cook Games, where I played No Thank You Evil with my son last year, that we went there and that was fine. It's not a crush of people. People went there to play this game. So there's not tons of people pushing behind you or, staring over your shoulder or whatever the case may be. It was a more enjoyable experience. This year, we also went to a D&D event at on the Lucas Oil, which is where the Colts play, the Lucas Oil Field. That was cool. I actually have never been inside the Lucas Field, and I've never looked down at those tables during Gen Con. I just had never gotten over there. So now I can say that I've done it, and I've been down there. My son had a chance to play D&D, and he had a blast. In fact, he actually, the particular adventure that they were playing through, the last big boss is the fat dragon from Honor Among Thieves. If those of you who saw that amazing movie D&D Honor Among Thieves, there's this fat dragon, and so my son ended up landing the final blow, and the DM actually gave him the 3D printed that he had made, like orange fat dragon. So my son was like, oh, he was really pumped up about that. So he had a good time doing that. And again, that was also busy, but because we didn't have a bunch of people like trying to pass around and through the tables, but just were like coming to play the game, sit down, do that, then get up and leave. It was just a more enjoyable experience. And so I think something to consider about this going forward is that we have to figure out something different, because it was just a lot of pressure on my wife in particular when I was away doing symposium events, and so I think we may do that next year. We talked quite a bit about that on the way back, but otherwise we got probably 9 or 10 games. I got one game that I had been looking for, which is a game called Emerald Echoes. I think it's Emerald Echoes, which is a kind of narrative-based game about these two alchemists. It looks very cool. I'm looking forward to trying it. We had the chance to play a game called Phantom Inc. from Allplay. Allplay has become one of our family's favorites because they have a lot of cool games. They were the ones that made Alibis, which if you haven't played that, highly recommend. So we had a chance to play Phantom Inc., which I liked. So that was really cool. Also got to meet with a lot of dear friends. Got to meet with Hilness. Again, it was great to see Hilness. We hung out a little bit. Got to see also from the channel Fury Fire as well. I also ran into Rem Alternus. I stopped by and said we were walking past each other and we got a chance to chat a little bit. I did not see KP, unfortunately, and I did not see my friend Mike Underwood, but there's just so many people around. It's very hard to do all of that. I did, however, get to hang out and play games with Zach Clay and his friend Antonio. That was a really good time. We did some of that on Sunday, and we recorded a Gen GMs episode now that we are really up to date. We are now going to have, our last Gen Con episode took us until about 2 months ago to actually post, but now that our video editor is back in play and is moving everything quickly, that means that now we are going to be doing our next Gen GMs video from this Gen Con will be posted in the next couple of weeks. So we are really caught up, which I'm very excited about. So we had a chance to do that. It was just a good time. Yeah, I know it didn't work. I know. I was wondering about that because he was running around a lot of different places. I saw Carlos and Claire. They were also, of course, part of the symposium. But Carlos and Claire, at one point, this was funny. Kat Rambo, another friend who I saw there. So Kat Rambo was there and showed me a picture they had taken of Kat, Carlos, and Zach, because they had all met each other, happened to bump into each other, and those are, of course, all of my Espergenesis most of my Espergenesis folks were there at that facility. So it was pretty cool to be able to see some of that stuff kind of play in. Speaking of science fiction material and stuff like that, I saw, of course, Toya, Kristen Finley. I saw LaShawn M. Wanick. I played with them and the usual group that I have for this sort of live stuff. So that was really cool. Got to see Jennifer Brozek and hang out a bit with her. Got to hang out with John Helfers, familiar to folks from this channel. A lot of interesting industry conversation there too. Got to I saw Ed Greenwood very briefly, although he was running from one place to another. But we exchanged hellos. Hey, what's up, Dragonspear? Yeah, that's right. Hilna's got to have dinner with Carlos and Claire. Good people, Carlos and Claire, dear friends. So that was cool. Got to and then this is the last thing that I'll say for now. 2 comments. I want to say one thing about this, then the symposium, then we'll start playing Suikoden. Didn't stop to say hi. Yeah. So the first thing is I got to see, this is really funny because this took an extra turn. Hilnis heard, I think, part of this story, but and it's good to see you, Dragonspear, by the way. Hilnis heard part of this story, but there's a little twist to it. So this weekend, there was a puppeteer named Jennifer Barnhart. Now, Jennifer Barnhart, for those who don't know, is a puppeteer who was in the original cast of Avenue Q as one of the puppeteers, and also is the permanent voice of Zoe on Sesame Street. So if anyone has, young nieces or nephews or, kids or brothers, sisters, whatever, children that they are in contact with who watch Sesame Street, Zoe is voiced by Jennifer Barnhart as she's the puppeteer. Now, I knew a little bit about Jennifer Barnhart before, and in fact knew her quite well because Jennifer went to the University of Connecticut as I did, and we graduated the same year from the University of Connecticut in 1994, and we were in several productions together of drama productions, including this production called The Art of Dining. Which was because I was a drama minor, she was a drama major, and so we knew each other from that. But I hadn't had a chance. I had literally not had a chance to talk to her for like 30 plus years. I did actually see her in a production of Avenue Q, and I got this weird shyness thing at the time, but back in 2005. And this is a weird shyness thing where I'm like, oh, but she's not going to remember me, blah, 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 blah. And Art of Dining and Dashing, so to speak. She did a bunch of like puppetry workshops and stuff, Hilnis. So I'm sure that part of that was, in fact, the one you're talking about with might have been a puppetry show, but I don't know which one. I know that I went to this one. I, had not having done it before. My wife is like, you should really go this time and say hi. I was like, all right. So I went to this a presentation that she did on riding the waves in this creative career. First of all, it was a really, really inspiring talk, honestly. It was like 50 minutes, her talking about her experience coming from the University of Connecticut and then getting into puppetry really afterwards. She graduated with an acting degree first, got back into puppetry, started doing all these things, did this stuff on Animal Planet, and then, auditioned for Sesame Street and, all these things. Too much to go through, but it was really great and really kind of inspiring. And at the end of it, we got a chance to ask questions. And I said, and I got the first question, which I was glad about. And I said, Jen, I don't know that you're going to remember me, but you and I, and literally the minute I started talking, she gets this look and then she tilts her head at me like she's trying to figure something out. And I said, but you and I were in this show, a couple of productions at the University of Connecticut. You and I graduated as you did in 1994, and you and I were in the production of The Art of Dining. And her eyes widen, and I was like, my name's Gregory Wilson. And she's like, I swear to God, she's like, the minute you started speaking, I immediately recognized your voice. Immediately. But she was like, I haven't talked to her in 30 years, right? So it was one of those deals where she's like, what, right? And there's a twist to this that I'm going to get to. So I asked this question about, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then afterwards we had a chance to connect and chat more. And she was so nice, like a puppy tilt, sort of, but exactly. You know what I mean, Dragon? It's like when they're trying to figure out something about you. So we went outside and chatted. Really lovely person, which is exactly as I had remembered her from before. And she's still in New York. And she actually lives back again in the state of Connecticut, not all that far actually from where I live. And in November, I'm working out with her. Now, this is not finalized yet, but I want to bring her in for the storytelling series that I run at St. John's University, because what would be better than to get someone talking about the process of telling stories as a Sesame Street puppeteer? Like, listen, when you arrive and you are a regular puppeteer from Sesame Street, like from the puppet point of view, you have arrived, okay? Like Henson, Sesame Street, like that's super legit. And she's going on, I believe she's on her way out now. She's going to be performing in Come From Away, a musical. And I think it's in Minnesota. I actually think it's in Prince Justin's neck of the woods, because I think it might be in Minneapolis or Minnesota somewhere. There's a dinner theater that's doing a production of Come From Away. And Jennifer's going to be in it. Anyway, so I had a chance. So we exchanged phone numbers. She was like, we hugged. She's like, I'm so glad you talked to me. I want to talk more. Yes, I would love to do this storytelling thing. I want to talk to you more about these other things. If that dinner theater is doing Come From Away, then that's the one she's doing, Prince Justin. Yeah. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a dinner theater. I know that. And I know that they're doing Come From Away. And I think soon they're doing Come From Away, sometime in the next couple of months, I think. But here's the twist. So that was great. I was so happy to reconnect with her. It was really a good, that was really maybe the highlight of Gen Con for me, because it was someone that was just you have to remember, my experience with drama predates even my experience with debate. And arguably, my time in collegiate debate as a student and a graduate student may have been the most important life-changing aspects of my life, was in debate. But that all happened towards the end of my college career. Like I didn't start debating until I was a senior in college. And then I did it in graduate school, and then I coached it, when I was still in graduate school doing my doctorate and blah, blah, blah. And I met my wife there, and whatever. That was hugely important debate. But all of that was towards the end of my college career. But my drama stuff happened in my junior and senior year at the University of Connecticut. And I was the only not drama major. I was a drama minor that was performing in these things. So now the twist. We're on the way back from Gen Con, and we're talking about what happened the next day when my daughter, Little Arv, went to a workshop with Jennifer Barnhart. She'd been excited about going anyway, and I said, make sure that you introduce yourself to her and tell her, who your dad is and like that we just met or whatever. So she did that, and Jennifer was like, oh, that's amazing, and I remember your dad was talking about you. So they had a chance to chat and talk about stuff. Towards the end of that, my daughter mentions that she had gone to school. One of the places she went to school was at RCA, which is called the Regional Center for the Arts. And she said, my teacher, Chrissy Dorn, is always looking for people to bring in to do workshops and stuff like that. So according to my daughter, Jen again gets that head tilt thing. And then she's like, what did you say her name was? And she's like, well, Chrissy Dorn. She's like, that sounds really familiar. Do you have a picture of her? So she calls up a picture and shows it to her. And she's like, I'm almost sure I know that person somehow. Okay. So my daughter explains this to me, is telling us this in the car. She says this, and immediately something in my head clicks. Now, this person, Chrissy Dorn, is someone that has been teaching my daughter she's been at the school 4 years, right? All during high school. And for 2 of those years, my daughter was an acting major. So for 2 of those years, this is the head of the acting department at Regional Center for the Arts. And for 2 of those years, she's there. And I'm like, and I've met her a couple of times, not a lot, but a couple of times. And all of a sudden I'm like thinking about it, and I'm thinking of talking to her directly. And I'm like, when the times that I talked about her directly. Oh, it's at the Guthrie. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was a dinner theater, but it is in Minnesota. It's a full scale, but it's sold out. Okay. It's at the Guthrie. Still, she's been trying to get in that musical for a long time, and so that's very cool. So here's the thing. I'm like, oh my God. And it suddenly slots into place. This person, Chrissy Dorn, was also at the University of Connecticut, also performed in the 2 shows I mentioned. And not only was she in the Art of Dining show with me, she and I were the pairing in the Art of Dining. There was like basically 4 or 5 different groups of different pairings of 2 chatting at a table, like a slice of life thing about stuff going on within the restaurant and within their lives, right? 2 people at the table. Chrissy played a person who's an author, who's really like has mental problems and is like really shy and anxious and all this. And I play a character who's supposed to be this warm and comforting publisher speaking to her. This was that person. I literally sat for weeks across from this person at rehearsals 30 years ago, and I had completely blanked on the fact that this was the exact same person who now is teaching my daughter. And it's like, it's hardly a surprise, right? Like, it's the state of Connecticut. She graduated with a degree in acting. She, like, why would it be a surprise, right, that any of these things happen? It literally didn't click in my head until my daughter mentioned talking with Jennifer, who said, I think I know that person. And then I went ding, 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 and everything locked into place. I'm like, and then I felt embarrassed because I'm like, oh my God, I've talked to this woman like 2 or 3 times for a few minutes each time and never put 2 and 2 together. But she hadn't either. So my daughter like texted her and was like, wait, what? It's like, that was that person. We just had completely blanked on that idea until this happened.
What's even funnier is in rehearsal today, because I'm doing the RCA summer show, and in rehearsal today, thank you, you have to audition for it.
She's doing a summer show. Just saying, summer theater, no big deal. All right.
I'm gonna actually be in camera. Whoa, it fell. But she was, when I came into rehearsal today to talk to Miss Chrissy, she was like, "Oh, hi!" Like, "Oh, I was telling everyone," and she points back up as a couple other kids in my cast, and she's like, "Yes, I was just telling them." And then one of the other groups was like, "Tell her what?" And then she looks at the other group and tells them the exact same story because she also had not put 2 and 2 together. And so we told the story to the kids, and they all thought it was really, really funny and such a strange coincidence. But yeah.
Absolutely wild.
She was completely shocked.
Which means that I don't have to be embarrassed. It could be because we both.
I just no idea.
And I was like, and I thought about it. I'm like, then I was like, yeah, and the face, yes, I can see it. I mean, she's changed over 30 years, so have I changed over 30 years, right? But like, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, that's the same person. It was really, really, so it was cool and wild and just goes to show that you never know. I mean, again, but it makes sense. She graduated from the University in Connecticut, teaches in Connecticut. I returned to Connecticut. Shouldn't be a huge surprise that people in Connecticut are in Connecticut, right? But like, and as an actor, but the fact that it was not only a small world, but it was very cool, full circle stuff that this person is now teaching my daughter. And again, because again, that all predates debate, and all debate was sort of like, meeting people in debate is something I've done a fair bit, right? Like over time, like, oh, hey, how are you? But from actual pre-debate days, not much. So anyway, yeah, it was wild. So how about them apples? So yeah, that was really fun, to kind of have that revelation. It was something else, but so that was one story I wanted to tell you because I just thought it was really funny. Now last thing, and then we'll get started playing the game. Just a note about the Writer Symposium. The Writer Symposium went really well again this year. I want to give kudos to Maurice Broadus, who is the director of the Writer Symposium, and also kudos to Olivia Saylor, who is the programming coordinator for that. I know firsthand, having done it, how much of a job that is. It really is not a one-person job, I think, and so the fact that Olivia was able to do that largely as a one-person job is pretty amazing. The Matt, again, Jarso, who handles the volunteers, again, the volunteers were amazing, awesome, spectacular. They always are. But this was just, again, everything was organized and like clear and easy to manage and all that. And of course, beyond all the members of the team, Jenny Koch handled communications. The whole team, I kudos to them. Also, kudos to the bookstore, the guy who handled the Ujama bookstore and did a good job in selling our books and everything. That was really cool. And it was a genuine pleasure, too, to be able to interact with everyone in the audience. We had a big turnout, a lot of our panels and a lot of our workshops and stuff like that. I had a lot of great, thoughtful people responding to things. Yeah, that's right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I didn't want to assume imaginary, but welcome back. It's good to see you, man, again. I hope you were doing okay. What was I saying? So yeah, just really sort of thoughtful stuff. There was a panel on pedagogy and play and how those things can affect each other, how playing can affect teaching and vice versa. That was coordinated by someone from the Ray Bradbury Center, and she did a really good job sort of setting us up for these things. I was on that panel with Scott H. Andrews, who is the editor for Beneath Ceaseless Skies, and Cherie Renee Thomas, very well-known fantasy writer, editor, writes nonfiction as well. Just very cool on a lot of different levels. And we had a really great time. Everybody in that audience was like GMs and teachers. So it was just a lot of good back and forth discussion. Really, really enjoyed that a lot. And then another one, the last thing I wanted to mention was, so just great stuff. So again, I wanted to send kudos to all of the attendees who are always amazing. And I was really happy to be with them there. But you may have heard this if you were following my Blue Sky. On Saturday, we had a tornado warning. So I'm in the middle of this panel, and the room has a lot of people in it. It was one of the panels that had a lot of people in it. We got 50, 60 people in the room. And I had been across the hall previously at another panel, the one that I just mentioned that was really good, with the teachers. And when we were there, we had heard this coming down on the roof, and it sounded almost like air conditioning going on, but what it actually was not air conditioning. What it actually was rain, severe rain. That was heavy rain coming down. And so we had seen that there was going to be severe rain and, thunderstorms and all that stuff. I don't know that. I think somebody did on this, but I don't actually remember. Yeah, there was also a network event that was really cool for Thursday where a whole bunch of different things were happening there. Anyway, this rain is just like, and so we go across the way, and we are sitting in the panel across the street, the panel across the hallway, larger room, no windows, interior room, and I hear again the same, right? And we were in the Marriott, and all of a sudden we hear this warning to all headphone users, ding, ding. Ding, ding, like this loud bell, and then like, attention, Marriott guests. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for downtown Indianapolis. We will be sending along trained hotel staff to encourage you to like seek shelter and blah, 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 blah. So we're all like, but they said like you should be in an interior room without windows. And so we were all sitting there and we're all looking at each other and we're like, we're in an interior room without windows. Like, isn't this where we should go, technically? So that happens a couple more times, that warning. And then the doors to our room open, and incoming from the room that I had been in an hour previous are all the people coming from the room that does have windows, right? They all file into our room. So now the room, which was already fairly full, is completely packed, right? Like standing room only. Here's the punchline. That room had been talking about writing sex scenes, and our room was talking about improvisation. I would like to thank God, the universe, and fate for having a sense of humor. Like, it was hysterical. Like afterwards, because we got in there and I was like, all right, everyone who was here for the sex, please go to the right side of the room. It was really funny. And I was like, the thing was like, I was just like, I don't, somebody said later on, they're like, I'm really glad that you all were so calm. And because I was really kind of struggling, I was a little worried, but you really calmed me down and made me feel okay because everyone kept talking. And I was like, listen, if I'm on a panel about improvisation and I flip out because we get a tornado warning, I'm in the wrong job, right? Like for an improvisation thing, I had to do that. But the fact that a group of people who have been reading about sex scenes came into a panel about improvisation during a tornado warning was just chef's kiss. Like it was the best. And then, it ended. Incidentally, we never had any of this so-called trained hotel staff stop by. Instead, we had our wonderful volunteers who came in and said, okay, the warning is lifted. You can leave or you can do whatever, right? And it was just like, I was like, man, I don't even know. But it was memorable. I have been at hundreds of panels and I've been at many, many, many conventions, and never in my life, not once in my life, have I ever been interrupted by a tornado warning that literally was supposed to hit down in Indianapolis. And for those people, if you haven't seen this, you should go on and look some places on Blue Sky and elsewhere, because there was rain. Some of the halls actually had rain leaking from the ceiling, and like coming down on tables and stuff like that. It was something. I'll tell you what, it was something. So crazy go nuts talk. There were the trained professionals. Our joke was that hello, Marriott guests. We are out of trained hotel staff, so now untrained staff will be coming to you next. And then the follow up is, yes, Marriott guests. We no longer have staff. God have mercy on your souls, and we abandon you to your fate. Like, you know, oh my God, it was so funny. Welcome to the Orphanauts. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. It was very, very funny. So, a very memorable Gen Con, a good Gen Con, not a perfect one. The crush of people. There were some things that created that for like family dynamics that were not as great as they could have been otherwise, but a good Gen Con with a lot of good encounters with wonderful people. It's always a pleasure to get to speak with people about this. And again, the highlight, not just all the wonderful friends that I met, the people from, you know, the Hillness and so many people that I love and care about here, but also being able to reconnect with this person from my life from 30 years ago, and then to discover on the way back that connected me without realizing it to my daughter's teacher, who I didn't even realize was the same person. That was very, very cool. So that was a really great highlight. So in general, it was awesome. Had a really good time. Looking forward to talking about some of the games that we got over time. Looking forward to that. And also had some good industry news. Professional news that, again, I'm still in this. I can't talk about it yet. It keeps getting closer and closer and closer to being able to talk about it, but I can't yet. But soon I'll be able to chat about some of these planes that I've almost landed safely. So that was what happened there. Pulled up YouTube Storm Chasers, looked at the radar on the hallways, radar indicated. Storm Chaser was down near my house tracking a radar indicated tornado. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so anyway, that was Gen Con. It was awesome. Do recommend, if you get a chance to go there, it is worth your time to do. I will warn you, it is wildly busy. Like, there's tons of people who come there. You have to make sure that you get your badges in advance. Good, you know, you have to make sure you really think about hotel stuff. One thing that did work out for us is that even though we were away from the center, parking was not as much of a problem as we were worried it was going to be. There's lots of garage spots and stuff like that there, so that was okay. But in terms of the housing environment, would much rather be where Hillness was, which is at the Downtown Marriott, which is where I've often been in previous years. But you have to, it's a lottery, you know, you have to get a hotel block or know someone who knows someone, et cetera. And I've been able to do a lot of that. This is the one year, there have been 1 or 2 years where I wasn't able to do that. And this, out of the 17 or 18 years I've been going, this was one of those years. But so we were a little farther outside than we would have wanted to be, about 10 minutes away. There were some people who were right down by the airport, like Elizabeth Bear, well-known fantasy author, and Scott Lynch, those of you who know The Lies of Locke Lamora, another famous fantasy author, her husband. They were all like down over at, the airport Marriott, which is even farther than us. So pay 3 times the nightly rate. Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Yeah, you can go outside a block, but that is where angels fear to tread. I'll bet though, as much as that hurt the wallet though, Hildas, I'll bet it hurt a lot less when you were getting up every morning going like, yay, I don't have to like go wander to find there. Incidentally, last point, then I promise we'll start playing the game. Hillness, now you all know that Hillness has been on a fitness journey. Hillness has now entered this is ridiculous, you're training to be Batman fitness regimen. Like, Hillness, first of all, looks great, like looks healthy as can be, totally in shape. But like, we were talking about this, like I'd be like, oh, I got like 12,000 steps today, 14,000 steps today. He's like, yeah, I did like, 12,000 steps before 8 in the morning, before eating several raw eggs and then running around Indianapolis like, Rocky, and then lifting the convention center with my bare hands. Like, it was, Hillness was very impressive in terms of fitness stuff. Like, I am very impressed. So can confirm that this stuff is not made up. Yeah, see, 5 and 6 each day, ran a mile, did an upper body and lower body workout every day except Friday. 21,000. I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, look, now in fairness, I was going to some panels and I was sitting on panels, and I can't actually be on a treadmill when I'm talking to people on a panel, but oh my God. So anyway, so if we have people in here, by the way, I should note, no, I was really impressed telling this, and I'm so happy for you because I know that was important, very important for your health for reasons. So I'm really glad about that. And it was really good to see you. I have to say that what was I going to say? Oh, yes. Over the next week or so, I would suspect and hope that we may get a couple of new folks in here that were interested in what I had to say and wanted to see more of what we do. August is going to be a very busy tabletop month. I have confirmed we're going to have 2 Dragon Banes. We're going to have 2 Dragon Lances. We're going to have an Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. We're going to have a Ghosts of Saltmarsh. We're going to have our usual community D&D with the Shadow Crew and with Prince Justin's Court. So July was light because we were in between a lot of things plus con travel, but we are going to be no joking it as far as tabletop is concerned the entire month of August. I have obviously not had any time to be able to post schedule, but Triffid and I will be getting that all finalized and set over the next day or so. So by the end of the week, we will have that set and ready to go. And I will be here doing regular streams all the way up until the end of the month when I will be going to Worldcon, which leads me. Yeah, no, I know. It definitely, I can imagine, Illness, because you put a lot of work into it. I wanted to jump back up to what Prince Justin said earlier, which is true, because I'm going to be able to announce my schedule. Again, I haven't had time. I'm going to try to do that either tonight or tomorrow. But I have got, let me see, I've got 2 panels. I've got a reading and then a big event I'll talk about in a minute. First panel is a big panel, actually. I am moderating a panel on Tolkien and Le Guin and their influence on genre with Amal El-Matar and I think not Zoo Mason. I don't remember who else is on that panel with me. Again, I have to look at the schedule. I haven't confirmed that all yet, but that's going to be Thursday at Worldcon. I have a virtual reading, 15-minute reading, I think on Saturday, and on Sunday I have a panel on game work and about collaborative storytelling through games. Again, Amal is going to be on that panel with me, I believe, and possibly Zhu Mason and a couple of others like that. But beyond that, the big D&D event is that I'm going to be doing, like I did at Gen Con, like I've done it, live at the Klein, at Sacred Heart, in the theater in London, many places I've done this before, but Worldcon has not seen this before. I'm going to be doing a D&D actual play with the aforementioned Amal El-Matar, Benjamin Rosenbaum, Christina Orlando, Zhu Mason, and multiple Hugo Award winner Seanan McGuire. Also, Amal is a multiple Hugo Award winner, but I know Amal's a good friend from her time playing with me here. But I've never played with Seanan before, so very exciting. It's going to be that's going to be hopefully a big event. I hope a lot of people are going to check it out and be interested in it. And I'm going to be running Tales and Tomes. I'm going to be running A Night at the Forbidden Library. I'm running it because none of those folks have played it, and I think it will fit well into that sort of mindset. So I'll be doing that there. So it's going to be awesome. I'm very, very excited. Thank you, Triffid, for reposting it. Hey, listen, Dragon, it's hard to get those Michigan ones, but and so you can't even make your way over. I was going to try to take a look and see about. I'm going to try to take a look and see about the possibility of maybe connecting on 4th Street Fantasy, which I've heard many good things about. In fact, Fourth Street. Okay. So I may be interested. I may be doing that because I've heard many good things. And so I might be doing something like that. That's in Minneapolis. And I know Prince Justin knows about this and loves this con as well. But I was talking with Bear about it, actually, at Gen Con. And Bear's like, oh, we'd love to have you. And I was like, well, I've heard many, many good things about that. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about 4th Street. And it might work because it's around that June time frame. So that might be doable. Because that's in between. In fact, that's when I used to go to Origin. So that might be at the time that I might be able to manage it. So yeah, that's what I heard. So I'm excited to maybe possibly get connected with that. I heard that somebody said it reminded them a little bit of ReaderCon, sort of ReaderCon Midwest as opposed to ReaderCon East, ReaderCon in Boston. So I will see. But I have heard good things about it. And if Prince Justin and Triffid give it their recommendation, then I will. That's even more of a reason. So we'll see. But anyway, Dragon, that one is in Minnesota. It's got 1 track. And actually, ReaderCon now has a couple of tracks, so it's even super tinier than that. That's very cool. A tiny ReaderCon like con. Yeah, no, I may seriously think about that. So yeah, Dragon, that's in Minnesota. That's not that far, right? You can make that drive. You can make it over from there, right? Couldn't you? Theoretically, maybe. And yeah, Prince Justin, I need to reach out to the folks at Worldcon about that. Photography for that event for sure. I would love also to be able to live stream it if I can. but at the very least, being able to get it recorded in some way or something like that would be valuable. So we'll see. But anyway, so that's down the road. That's what is going to be the very end of August for me, and then I come back from that, and then my fall semester begins. It will be a busy fall semester with a lot of academic events that I'm doing, but also a lot of writing that I've got to do for contracts that I can't talk about yet. And then I do have, of course, another one of my favorite cons all year, which is CanCon in Ottawa, in Canada. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But that's October, so we'll get there when we get there. So, anywho, sorry, I know that I chatted now for a long time, but I wanted to give you folks a Gen Con recap. And I really enjoyed myself and had a good time. And so if you get an opportunity to go to it, do recommend going to Gen Con. Just make sure that you get your badges early, that you figure out early, and that you go with a plan. Whether it's just playing games outside the exhibit hall, which is totally valid, whether it is going and making the exhibit hall your main port of call, which it's such a big place that that's certainly viable as well. Lots of games to demo and stuff like that. Whether it is, going to panels and events, whether it's going to the Writer's Symposium, hey, wherever you're doing, just make sure you go with a plan. But if you do that, I think you'd have a really good time. I would, you know what, Prince Justin? I would love photos of the event. And I wondered if you happen to know a guy, this guy that you refer to as me, I would love to be able to get photographs of the event if we could. And I wondered if you could maybe use your influence with the one known as me, to maybe get some photos there. Would be, I'm just saying, like, if you know a guy, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I am really looking forward to Worldcon, though. I think it's going to be a good time. That can be arranged. I would love to do that. I'm going to be there with my daughter. Little Arv and I are going to be at Worldcon in Anaheim there towards the end of the month. And so it's going to be good times. So, all right. Now, you've all been enormously patient. Thank you. But again, I like to do this after I come back from Gen Con because, it's useful to be able to talk about things that we did. And so now I'm going to play this. Also, I'm going to play this. I'm going to start, make sure the volume is good. I got to run downstairs quickly, then I'll come right back up. We will play for at least an hour. And as I say, I've got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing over time. So, okay, the audio for that seems good. Okay, skip that. And that would be that. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave you with this awesome music, and I'll be right back in just a moment. Sorry about that. No. I went downstairs. I had to deal with something quickly, and then I elected to cut my finger while I was down there. So I now have a... I'm not flipping you off. I'm just showing you. See? Apologies. What's up, Ding? Okay. I hope the chair kept you company. All right. Welcome, everybody. Let's get some Suikoden going in. Going forward here. Put on my right glasses for this. At least you had pleasant music to hang out with, right? And my chair. Yeah, no, I hear you. You hanging, Imaginary, you hanging in there? How are you doing? And, self-amputation, not so much true. That's quite true, actually, Dad. I am enjoying this game a lot, Dink. A lot. Really, really enjoying it quite a bit. I just don't remember what I'm doing here, but I'll figure it out in a second. My wounds, they did this to me. Oh, right. Somebody, like... These people, like the Empire, attacked the village of the elves, right? I believe is what it was. And I think I went into all these places, but I haven't gone to the main guy yet. Sounds terrifying. I think I talked to these people. We've got some serious racial problems here. 60 to 70 times. I played, so the thing is, I mentioned this before, I played this way back in the day, the original PlayStation game. I got about halfway through, and then for whatever reason, I don't remember why I stopped. I think I had other things going on, I don't know. And I've never played Suikoden 2. But I've been wanting to, after a very action-adventure heavy game, which I played 007 First Light, which I loved, I wanted to sink my teeth into another JRPG, and that's where we're at right here. My husband around, we guardians of the forest will never be beaten. Kwanda lives in Pano Yakuta Castle, south of this forest. Next time, we'll be the ones to attack. Kirkus, you've returned. How was it? What, the help of humans? Yeah, we got problems. Okay, I did that already. Great. Wonderful. Okay. All right, we're ready to continue with the main story, assuming I remember what the heck it was, which I think is going here. Yeah. Kirkus, why did you leave me alone? I was so lonely. No, I didn't mean to leave you. I didn't mean to cut you off. Make it like it never happened and that we were nothing. That could never happen. I don't even need your love, but I treated you like a stranger, and that feels so rough. Oh, thanks, Ding. I heard that too. So did 3 and 4 just like skip? They all sucked. Like 1 and 2 were great, and then 3 and 4 were like and then 5 got back. How terrible of you going off on your own. You should have taken me with you. Was it fun out there? No, I mean, I didn't go out there to have fun. I couldn't take you because it was too dangerous. Well, of course. Hey, Kirkus, did you do something bad? Grandpa looks really upset. Yeah, I'll bet. Hi, I'm just going to avoid you. Kirkus, don't tell me you believe what that human woman says. Kwanda Rosman, one of the 5 great generals, is the enemy of the Guardians of the Forest. Okay. The kobolds double-crossed us and joined the Imperials. They're cowards. Oh, Kirkus, you reek of humans. I'll come back and talk to you in a minute. Just want to make sure I'm not missing out on things. Ooh. Can I get in there? I can't. All right. I will deal with that after I deal with this guy. All right, bud. Kirkus, why did you leave without my consent? What were you doing out there? There are those amongst the humans who are fighting the Empire as well. I left to get help from them, from the Liberation Army, to protect the village of the elves. Learn to enjoy S3 for what it is. Okay. 3 is confusing and long. Okay. Yay! S1's your favorite game. Now, I heard a lot of people say, Dink, that S2 was the better game overall. Is that true or not? Like, and I'll, before you, and as you're answering that, I'll tell you. So I love the Heroes of Might and Magic series. A lot of people would argue that Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is the best in the series. And while I respect that opinion, for me, my favorite in the series is Heroes of Might and Magic 2. That has something to do with nostalgia. I played it a lot with my wife before we got married, and like, there's a reasons why I like Heroes of Might and Magic 2. But Heroes of Might and Magic 3, a lot of people say is the better. So I'm curious if you think S2 is better, but S1 is still your favorite or not. Protect this village? What are you talking about? We don't need the help of humans to protect this village. True, for a time it seemed we were losing ground to Quanda's soldiers, but they're just humans after all. They have ceased their attacks of late. But be quiet, Kirkus. Not only did you leave the village without my permission, but you dare to return with these loathsome humans. S2 is your favorite nonstop? Yeah. Throw them all in prison. Yes, Chief. What? Why? Why, Grandpa? Why are you arresting Kirkus? S2 followed by 5. Who are you? The Liberation Army? You came here to help save the elves? I'm glad to know I'm not the only fool here. You're wearing an Imperial uniform. That's right. I'm a fool too. I risked my life to betray the Empire, and now look where I am. How can these elves be so stubborn? They refuse to listen to a word I say. What were you trying to tell them? It was about the general, Quanda Rossman, who's in charge of this region. He's constructed a terrible weapon to completely wipe out the elves and put an end to their constant rebellions. A terrible weapon? What is it? It is forcing them to watch Manos' Hands of Fate repeatedly. I don't know much, but it's called the Burning Mirror. Oh, you know that. Pretty much the thing. AI slop. Yes. They say it can burn down an entire forest in an instant. Such a weapon would not only destroy the elves, but also the village where I was born. That's why I came here. I meant to warn the elves so they could prevent this burning mirror from being completed, but before you knew it, you were in this prison. I didn't talk to that other dude. You. What? Well, look at who it is. It's that coward who fled the moment he found out the Imperials were attacking. Wait, you don't remember me? It's Stallion, the greatest runner this village has ever seen. Doesn't that ring a bell? You should have seen how quickly I ran when that bastard Quanda attacked. He's got to talk faster than that. Well, look who it is. It's that coward who fled the minute he found out the Imperials were attacking. Wait, you don't remember me? It's Stallion, the greatest runner this village has ever seen. Doesn't that ring a bell? You should have seen how quickly I ran when that bastard Quanda attacked. That's better. Nostalgia's a big part to play. Hang on a second. My God. Just before I left, one of the things that I have up on my wall near where I stream fell, or at least leaned, and I tried to put it back up using the stickum that I previously had, and while I was gone at Gen Con, it fell again. So I just tried to fix it before the stream, and once again, it has fallen. So now we are no longer messing around. I have now moved to TapeCon 5, if you will. No, this is not ShareStream. This is Arv is tired of his stuff falling off stream. That's what this is. This tape says no. Knock it the frick off. Jeez. All right. You stay up there. Okay. Right. There's no time to waste sitting around here. This is what I get for trusting elves. Creaking. Who's there? Sylvina. Grandpa said I shouldn't come to see you, but there's something I have to ask. What is it? Tell me, Kirkus, why are you so attached to humans? Despite their arrogance, the average human will be dead after a mere 50 years. Jesus, what? 50 years? Hello? He says, at the age of 53. I think you're undercutting average human lifespan just a tad, Sylvina. What the frick? You know, most of them will be gone in a few decades. Jeez. Why bother with such creatures? Dead after a mere 50 years. That's harsh and also not factually accurate. Sylvina, listen to me. Sure, humans hate dwarves and us elves. And sure, we look down on humans and the dwarves detest us. But isn't it sad? After all, what difference is there between us? Why can't we just get along? I just don't understand it. It's really sad. Kirkus. I'm sorry, Kirkus. I just don't get what you're saying. I don't understand it. I don't understand why people should just get along. Why don't we just hate each other? I don't trust humans and dwarves scare me. But I believe in you, and I believe in what you believe in. I will do my best to believe. Yeah, it's true. Sylvina, here, this is the key to your prison cell. Do you think I'll end up in there for doing this? Ha-ha! I, Stallion, will show you how fast I can flee! Impressive. Come on, Kirkus, you've got to run, although probably not as fast as Stallion. No, I can't flee. I've got to do something about the burning mirror that Valeria warned us about. Did you come up with something? I may have an idea. Commander Arvin. That's me. That's me. If we travel northeast from this village, we'll find the mine where the dwarves live. They should know something. Let's ask them for help. That's a good idea. Agreed. If we don't hurry, the damage will be irreparable. We must do something to prevent the burning mirror from being completed. Kirkus, you're visiting the dwarves? I've heard they eat elves. Those are the exact kind of prejudices we need to overcome. Let's go, Commander Arvin. Wait a second. Are you coming with us? There's no time to waste sitting around here. Okay. Thanks, Sylvina. Hurry, Kirkus. If they find you, they'll be angry. We're going to go right up into the dude's room. Up. This also is playing off of Dragonlance deals with this specific question as well. About dwarves, elves, etc. Okay, I would like to save it. No, I don't need to stay, but I do need to save. Okay, let's go. Let's kick it. Commander Arvin, please take me with you. I want to protect this forest. Valeria's joining the party. All right. Well. Gotta take Kirkus. Gotta take Arvin. Gotta take Gremio. I'm trying to level up some of these people. Hello, Sherbert. Hey, it's like that. One of my two cats. Let's see. So, Kirkus, level 19. I want to keep Pon because I want to get them leveled. I think I can get rid of Jupo, probably. And I don't want to weaken myself too much. So let's get rid of Jupo for now. Remove. Kirkus, do you want to come along, Sylvina? You're welcome to join this time. I'm going to stay. I'll be here waiting for you, Kirkus. Promise me you'll return. Swear it. I swear it. I'll come back for you. I won't make you sad ever again. Don't forget your promise. Okay, I think we can figure out that they're not brother and sister. All right, let's figure out the formation here. Yeah, it's a good thing I checked. We're going to put you by Arvin there. Oops. Okay, we're going to put that there. Outstanding. All right, Valeria. What do you have as far as equipment is concerned? You got nothing? Glad we got a shield here. What are your stats? Falcon Rune, level 23. Oh. 7-star sword. I do. I actually really like, I like Victor. I think Pawn and Gremio's Unite ability is really useful. Kirkus, I don't know. I just was leveling up some of these people, to be honest. And of course, I like my main guy. So yes, I do like some of them. They're fun, you know, they're fun characters, obviously. Oh shoot, did he say northeast? I think he said northeast, right? I hope he said northeast. Did he say northeast? I think he did. That's where the dwarves are. I like Victor a lot, yeah. Okay. Ow. Yeah, Pawn. Yeah, Pawn. Look at that leveling. Oh my gosh. I love it. The fact that they have to be conscious to get this, the experience can be kind of a bummer sometimes, but okay. I need to. All right, let's get some. Let's get you healed up, shall we? Okay, you've got some medicine. Kirkus needs medicine too. Let's. Do I have any medicines? Well, I don't have a lot of extra medicines actually. Did not realize that. Thought I had some medicine. See if Valeria can wear that. Okay. Can you wear that? Nah, I didn't think so. Alright, let me give that back to Arvin then. Here we go. XP system is so good though. Get a new character, spend hours grinding. Fine for a couple of characters, get bored. Well, exactly. Oh, I appreciate that, Dink. And I may ask at certain times, like, what about this? In which case, then go nuts if I ask for sure. Dwarf Trail. Gee, I wonder if the dwarves are here. I love the fact, I didn't hear about this until I was first playing this game this time around, that the designers set it up so that if you're going in one direction, it's less likely to have random encounters because they understand that means that you're heading to a particular spot and nothing is more frustrating than constant random encounters. But if you're just running around the same space, encounters become more likely because at that point they figure you're trying to get experience and kind of grind for it. It's very, very cool. I really, that's just smart. Obtained a feather. Okay, what the hell's a feather? Oh, defense plus 9? Okay, sure. Yeah, I would have obviously had no idea the first time I played it, but okay, dwarves. All right, let's try Stray Dwarf. Can I not unite? Oh, right, not him. That's Victor. Let's go with, I want to see what this does. An eagle against a... That'll be useful. right, go. Oh! Ow. Wow. That was a lot. Falcon Rune is so broken. Yeah. But, yes, but, oh my god. Okay, so. Right, we're going to medicine Valeria because, good lord. Okay, go. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Kaboom. These guys are tough. Oh, we almost leveled up, too. Getting a little nervous about... I'm going to need to find some more medicine. Yep. Yep. It is cool, though, that you find these things... Oh. That you find these things in piles of 6. God damn it. So you could just use that rune all the time, right? Like... Yeah, no walking on the grass, exactly. Ow. These guys are really tough. Hold on to that. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Haha, you missed. Suck it. Martial arts robe. Hey now. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, he already has a martial arts robe. Defense 100. Kirkus, can you wear that? Because that could really be useful to you. Transfer to Kirkus. Armor. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Hey, what's up, big boss? Okay, now I got a decision to make. Haha, I was right. My spidey sense did not fail me. Sacrificial Buddha? I'm not sure about this sound, by the way. It seems a little weird for this game, but okay. Items. Sacrifices itself in the bearer's place. Really? Okay. Interesting. Yes, it does. Mini maps for one thing. I believe you can save anywhere, if I'm not mistaken, or not save anywhere, but like, there are multiple places. Like the inventory system, although it's still not perfect, is certainly better. So, All right, this thing I think I can do. This is just one, so. Oh, man. All right, now I have to do what I have to do. Falcon Rune here. Clone Rune here. Unite here. Attack there. Finger of Death. There. Go. So I would say yes. Also, I like the HD backgrounds. It is a little weird with the pixelated characters in front, but still, I still like it. Ow. Ow. Jeez, man. Go. Yeah. Yeah, but these guys hit like trucks, I have to say, Big Boss, honestly. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Dead. Trying to save my Finger of Death thing. You're dead. Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, they exactly, they started it. You know what I'm saying, Big Boss? Obtained Killer Orb. That's a killer orb. Increases the bear critical hit rate. Ooh, I could see scenarios that'd be very useful. All right, let's get some medicine. I'm running low on this medicine. Yep. Okay. Now the question is, which one? I try this one. Damn it, I was wrong. Okay. Ah, what? All right, I think you guys can handle this. The parry. Ow. Damn it. Oh, the sacrificial Buddha. I probably would have been better if I had just used that when I had the opportunity, but okay. These guys really take a punch. Man. Guard robe. $93 to $95. All right, let's transfer this to Arvin. Oh, right, I can't because Arvin has too much stuff. You transfer to you. Valeria, you transfer their equipment. No, I don't want that. All right, transfer that What does everyone else have? Kirkus is martial arts. I don't get rid of that. Guard robe. All right, let me transfer it to try to transfer it to Victor. See how that does, and then I'll transfer it to her last. If Victor doesn't work out. What? Oh my god. Transfer to Victor. Our ability to understand menus comes from our JRPG play. Boost magic. Yeah, I think so. A no recruit run that only use characters assigned permission. Wow. Yeah, that seems I would be impressed. Would be impressed. Can't deny it. Okay. I am definitely going to need to get some more medicine for people. Okay. Afraid of that? Medicine? Yes, let's go! The game was like, of course. You request, what may I provide to you? You would like some medicine? Perhaps you should have this. Take this with you. Alright, who needs medicine? Gremio needs it. I appreciate the game being conscious. Ooh, a luck rune piece. Who do I want for more luck? I think I'm going to give... I'm going to give that to Valeria. Usually I give a lot of that stuff to Arvin, but... Oh my god, these battles. Alright. Do not like this combo, I'm here to tell you. That... I'm going to test something, actually. I really want to try to hold on to this. That rune if I can. Alright. Ow. Oh, okay. That's fine. I wondered if she might actually get used against that guy. Good gravy. All right, let's see. Let's do a medicine to you. It makes sense. I knew that it would go to another one. I just didn't know if it would go to another one of the same like type or not. So. Hey, what's up, Osmosis Streams? Welcome. And also, hello in YouTube to Def and Run. Now, wait, I have a question. Is it the case... Please die, thank you. Is it the case, Osmosis Streams, and also in YouTube, Def and Run, that you folks like Suikoden? Because I'm starting to get a sense that people who dig this game, are looking for this game actively to be played, which I think is super cool. Okay. That's going to be it for you. Nice. These guys are... Obtained a paint... Ah, something I can turn in. So yeah, so I'm curious if Def and Run in YouTube and whether the folks in Twitch are here because they're like, we love Suikoden. Which I'm glad to hear if that's the case. A lot of medicine use, but... Oh, whoops. That was almost a mistake. Okay. Okay. Ah, we have a kobold. We do love Suikoden. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Dwarf very stingy. Keep sickness cure a secret, but Kuromimi won't give up. Wait, that kobold. All of you, no forgive. But Kuromimi busy now. Wait, Kuromimi, wait. Let's go with this one. That's very cool. That's very cool. I like doing that too with a lot of games of mine that I've enjoyed playing in the past. Like Final Fantasy Tactics is my favorite game of all time, so I like going to watch people play that and sort of see what, especially first timers, and see what they discover. If you like this, I will say we do a lot of role playing on this channel, both this and also tabletop role playing. So a lot of D&D and stuff like that. I like to think we have some of the best players and certainly the best viewers on Twitch. And also, we do different things like the game book illustration stream of the month. I have a very talented professional cartoonist friend who illustrates a fighting fantasy game book, which I play through kind of a choose your adventure where chat makes the decisions. We also have the game of the month, which chat chooses for me to try. And I also stream on my sister channel, GOG Comms Twitch channel, which I'll be doing on later on today. So yeah, and I have a voice acting team that is currently playing through Citizen Sleeper 2 with me once a month on Tuesday nights. So please join us for all of those things. And that's cool. I love to see that. Everyone loves the Suikoden streams. I made it. Okay, great. Ooh, that looks... Village of the Dwarves. Oh, look at that. Wait, I want to do this before I do anything else. Mas, huh? Okay, if Mas thinks you're all right, then you're all right in my book, too. I'll help you out. Put me in charge of all your weapons. Ooh, I got a recruit! Okay, I'll go tell the chief of the dwarves that I'm leaving. After that, I'll head to Arvania Castle. Nice! I forgot that I had Mas. Dwarf time. What can I do for you? All right, let's attach a rune piece. Let's upgrade. All right. All right, first of all, Pawn, I need to upgrade you. Upgraded to Shiko Sword. I don't want to use these all up because I want to get armor. But I wanted to try to get these all to at least level 5. Okay, that's good. Sure, I'm all ears. Your name, Osmosis Streams, looks very familiar to me, and I wonder if I've seen you elsewhere. But yes, I do lots and lots of D&D. In fact, and all different kinds of systems, actually. Dragonbane, I play on this channel as well. And I have been DMing for 40 years. It's been a long time. And I just got back from the Gen Con Writers Symposium, where I've been a member for a long time, talking about writing. I'm an author, and also about gaming and game mastering. So yeah, welcome. Did you also come here to learn from us like that blacksmith? That bastard already left, that little punk. Okay, no, I just made that up. Oh my, it's quite something for humans to make it all the way here. We're supposed to eat elves, you know. Oh, spending the night here. Better not break the bed. Is that a metaphor? Oh, okay. I thought that name looked familiar, though. Okay. Well, welcome. It'll be 200 pots per person. All right, I'll do it. Because I need to level my stuff up and get healed and things. Save. Save. Yeah. Osmosis does not stream. That's right. Okay, cool. All right, so we save. So the dwarves are not mad at us, apparently. I do need medicine. Dwarf medicine is what I need. Mega medicine. All right. Before I do all that, let's just take it easy and. Eventually, I'll want to get Mega Medicine, but not now. Okay. Feeling better about that. Hey, wait! Are you one of those humans or whatever? Those humans? You know? This windmill generates the power of lightning. Among us dwarves, it's said to be one of our best-kept secrets. Not anymore! Hey, the dwarves have lightning! Just joking. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Right, this is what I was looking for. Oh, and I can appraise. I got something which I can appraise, which hopefully is worth money. You think our wonderful armor would suit humans? We dwarves are proud of our great fault. You can see it just north of here. Oh, I'm sure. Let's talk to you first. Praise. Come on, give me something good. Graffiti. Was hoping for something better, but okay. Oh my god, look at that armor. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. All right. Yes, for sure. Valeria will. Everything is so expensive. Half helmet. All right, and you now are going to trade. Was it Kirkus has that? Yeah. Okay. Better. So I played Suikoden 1 about halfway through, way back in the PlayStation 1 era. So I played it on the PS1 about halfway through, and then I don't remember why I stopped, honestly. I just kind of drifted away from it for some reason. And now I've come back to it. I have never played, on the other hand, Suikoden 2. So, yeah. Can I sell some stuff? What have you got to sell? Oh, yeah, the Killer Orb. I need to sell the Killer Orb. Wait a second. Chest plate. Okay. I need to put on that. I need to double check. Transfer. She already has a chest plate. Plus 7. Plus 10. Plus 7. Plus 10. Plus 14. Okay. So I can sell that too. Okay. That's a little bit better. I hate having like zero money. So anyway, yeah, so this is, I've played many RPGs, but this is the first one that I've played that is, this is the first time that I'm going to be playing the whole game, and also obviously never played the HD remaster before. Why are the kobolds so subservient to the Empire? They attack us so indiscriminately. I think about all this all the time when I'm just sitting here randomly in my chair staring at this wall. All right, bye now. Have fun storming the... Okay. So... I need to... Do you have any orb places here? It'd be really useful if you did. Do you have any... Can I actually get up the stairs is the question. No one has an orb thing, huh? Okay. In that case, I'm going to save it, just in case. And then we're going to check out these other buildings in the village. Time to save. All right. Let's go. All right. Now... I did that. Going up here. Hey, have you been upgrading your weapons? If you don't keep up with that, you'll pay for it down the road. Oh, I'm aware. Trust me. I heard an Imperial general named Quanda is attacking the village of the elves. Serves him right for always making fun of us. Yeah, well, Final Fantasy Tactics is my favorite game of all time. I love the Final Fantasy series in general. In particular, I love Final Fantasy VII. The 7 remake and rebirth, I also think, are probably the best remakes of all time, by the way. Final Fantasy 6 is also amazing. Final Fantasy 9 is probably my second favorite, also amazing. Final Fantasy, I started out with, playing stuff like Final Fantasy 1. As far as more, not JRPG ones, I love the Baldur's Gate series. I really have enjoyed a lot of those sorts of games. I liked Solasta quite a bit, although the story needed some work and some other things. But I like Solasta. So I have a lot of them, but probably the JRPG side would be Final Fantasy, either Final Fantasy Tactics or 7, 9, that whole crew, that group, and then on the Western side would probably be Baldur's Gate. Those are my favorites. All right, who are you? We hate the elves and they look down on us. Been that way for so long, no one can even remember how it all started. I'm gonna be strong. Strong enough to beat elves and humans. With your Scottish accent. I'm gonna study hard and be smarter than elves or humans. And I'm gonna run around you faster than elves or humans. According to my research, things known as runes are the fundamental power of this world. Okay. I did know that there's a Suikoden Tactics. I have never played it and know nothing about it, other than I knew that it existed. Oh, I already saw that. And don't get me wrong, 7 is amazing, but... Ho ho ho! My, what rare visitors! Humans and elves together? What brings you to the dwarf mines? Chief of the dwarves, we've come to ask a favor of you. A proud elf asking a dwarf for a favor? Chief, I'm sure you're familiar with the Burning Mirror. Ho ho! Well, of course I am. It's one of our treasures. Quanda Rossman has gotten hold of the mirror's blueprints and he plans to burn down the forest. Ho ho ho! How delightful! Hopefully he burns all of the filthy elves to death in the process. Tremendous. Tremendous. Let's have some nice garden variety racism. How could you say such a thing? Besides, do you expect me to believe some dim-witted humans managed to steal the blueprints from us? But it's the truth. A man named Kage stole the blueprints. Ho ho! In that case, why don't you give it a try? Prove to me you humans are capable of breaking into our vault and stealing our blueprints. Alright, we'll give it a try. Ho ho ho! It should be entertaining. Try to steal the flowing water cane from our vault. Do that and I'll believe you. The vault's located just north of this village. was too large to be built here. How about I want to back? Always cleaning up after everyone's messes. That's us. I know, right? The chief told me everything. How the hell did the chief get to you this fast? There's no way an elf can crack the security of that vault. Well, good luck. Okay. Okay. Oh. Right, I can do it. Okay. Obtained a sunbeam orb. Still wish they had an orb there, but they didn't. No, okay. Okay. Aha! Death machine? This seems problematic. I probably should have fought it normally. Yeah, I was dumb. Should have fought it normally. My bad. Okay, worked out, but I need to remember not to do that against solo creatures. No, I want to save that. Nice. Okay. Okay, not going to complain about that. I'm scanning. When I'm doing that thing with the map, I'm scanning to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Crimson Dwarf, huh? Go. Nice. Magic robe. All right. Wow. Defense plus 22? Dang. Wow. Let's freaking go. Yeah. The HD thing from, and I remember that too, like as far as like the look of it. It is nice. Go. Wow, let's go with some crit hits. Yeah, I've heard some people say that they didn't like the look. I don't know. I kind of have liked it though. Another blue ribbon. Valeria cannot use the blue ribbon. Oh boy, 3 death machines. Okay. Oops, nope. Go. Missed it. Nice. Good. Outstanding. Okay. Oops, wait, what? Sure. Right. Here we go. All right, move. Okay. Getting out of that treasure chest. Lightning rune piece. Lovely. Nice. Okay. All right. This guy. All right. Falcon rune. Yeah, I'm also beginning to see what you all mean about the Falcon rune being pretty absurd. So far, I've only found a couple of the Unite, or like one, maybe two of the Unite things. So I'm interested to see how more of these combos work out. Oh, okay. Pointy hat. Let's see. He has a pointy hat. He's wearing a pointy hat. Kirkus, can you wear a pointy hat? Can you wear a pointy hat? Yay, you can. Oh, that's good. Dex room piece. Damn it. Everyone go after the same guy. Take them out, and then they'll go after everybody else. Yeah, well, you can have it, but it's really more sort of narratively assumed than it is mechanically presented. So, I think you guys can handle this the rest of the way. Okay. Okay. Right. Nice. Okay. Good. Obtain medicine. Outstanding. All right. I got to transfer some stuff around. You do not need 2 medicines. He's got 2 medicines. All right. Pawn, you put the lightning rune piece with Kirkus. And then... Who just had that? Okay, they've got those. Right, transfer one of those medicines to pawn. Great. Wonderful. Battle time. All right, that's fine. It's all fine. The fact that you could just use the Falcon Rune over and over again, and you don't lose balance, and you don't, it's not limited use and everything. That's pretty sick. I'm going to be sad if Valeria's like, okay, now I'm going to leave forever. This is the face of someone not complaining. I am not complaining. I'm here to tell you. Getting some good money in here, which is good because I want to upgrade those weapons a lot. And it'd be nice to get some better armor, too. Beep, boop, boop, beep. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Wait a minute, that's a clue. Beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop. All right, we'll take a picture of that. Taking a picture of that, that's going to be important. Oftentimes, chat, I'll just be thinking about that, and I'll just say things like beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, and also beep, beep, boop, boop. There's no reason to be nasty and say boop, 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 beep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I'm used to that with the JRPG side of things, and I have to say, Osmosis, that we'll see how Suikoden 2 gets. I've played Trails in the Sky on this channel, which was great. But oh my God, was it long. And so for a stream point of view, being able to have something that lets me also focus on chat and not be so like, you know, like locked in that I can't focus as much on chat, be able to chat with you folks, that is something which is a benefit. So I'm okay with it. If I were playing nothing but this kind of thing all the time, I probably would be like, I need to get to something a little bit more complex. But I don't mind doing these things because I have not had the experience. I still enjoy aspects of the story, the mechanics, and also seeing how it fits in with other RPGs within the genre. So beep, boop, beep. Okay, and then beep, beep, boop. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yes. I love not missing something when I'm like, ha ha ha. Okay. It's also it's got Breath of Fire 3 vibes too, which was cool in its own way. Nice. Mega Medicine. Yay. Which means by the law of symmetry, this should also lead to that. Let's go. 5,000 potch. Nice. I suppose I should be a little bit nervous, though, that what that might mean is that a boss fight's coming up. We're going to find out. All right. Like that. Unite with that. But also, I have to say, stuff like this feels like a warm blanket to me, you know? Like, it's like it's a comfort play. I also really enjoy getting into it, and it's exciting and all that's fun, but, like, it also is just like, you know what I mean? So. Even though in this case it's more general nostalgia because I only played halfway through this ever, but nice. Okay. Oh boy. Yep. Escape talisman will be useful. Okay, gotta go right. I wish you could, like, queue up. That would be cool. So if you could queue up a set of commands that you usually use. So you could just be like, activate, like, subset 5, and it just does all the things in a row that you normally would. Yeah. I love to find people who really love also a particular story because... That's not it. Or a particular game because of what it shows about other things. I love that. Oh, God. Whenever I do this, what I'm thinking of in my mind is don't forget where I was going. That's the key. Ow. Nice. Let's go with items. 1 medicine to Valeria. I have to remember that that's that Victor has that one. Okay, need to get Victor that stuff. Okay. Need to get Victor some medicine. Whoops, nope. Transfer to Victor. Great. Okay, now I need to remember which way I was going. Shoot. This may be dangerous, but I'm trying to find out. Yeah. Wild boar. Never lose it. I think I can do wild boar. You missed. Okay, going this way. You're a musician. I also am a musician, Osmosis. What kind of music do you do? Okay, so this was right. Okay. I agree with you, by the way. Simple but amazing OST. One of the things I love about Tactics, by the way, is the incredible OST. Oh, geez. All right. Well, that's going to be interesting. All right. We're going to Falcon Rune this. We're going to Clone Rune this. We're going to Unite this. We won't need all of that, but they'll switch to something else. We're going to attack this. And we are going to Finger of Death this guy. Go. Nice. You're dead. Alright, so we're going to Falcon Rune you. We are going to Medicine you. We're going to Unite against you. We're going to attack you. And attack you. Go. Kind of a waste. You probably had like 5 hit points left, but that's okay. I'll take care of that. Alright, I'm going to auto-fight this. You guys can do that the rest of the way. 70s Blues Rocks band for years. Debut Classical International. Very nice. Awesome. I am the lead singer for a progressive rock band. It's not the main thing I do, but it's one of the things I do. And yeah, I really like it. So I'm always happy when we have musicians who stop in. We have other musicians who hang out here. So that's very cool. Okay, I was going left. Chest. Wait, what? I've already been here. Oh my god, I already went here. I've already been there. Okay, I have to go down. I have to go down and then go left and right. I remember where I am now. Down and then check left or right. Woo! Thank you for the follow on my channel. Well, I guess this is all my channel. So thank you. Let's go. Ah, thank you. Yep, in fact, we're going after my stream tonight over on GOG. I'm going to a sunset concert. Then when I get back, I got a lot of stuff to do to catch up on that I could not do while I was gone at Gen Con. So. Okay, good. I'm going down and then right and left. Okay. Okay. All right, so that middle one is where I'm going. Go. Any music to listen to? Yes, if you put in exclamation point, I think it's ARV Band, I believe, exclamation point ARVBAND. It'll put a link. There's also a link in the video window next to it. We have, my band is called The Road. We have 4 albums out. The last one came out a couple of years ago. I'm starting to chat with the folks about doing a 5th one. Over the last 15, 16 years, we were nominated for an international award called the Prague Awards. And yeah, played with them for a long time. Okay, good. Found the right way. Oh, God. Found the boss fight. What the frick is that? Okay. Falcon rune. Clone rune. All the runes. Any items? No. Finger of Death is never going to work on a boss, so... I think oh, no. Oh, thank you. I'm glad, Prince Justin. I'm very proud of that song. ARV Band. That's A-R-V as in Victor. B-A-N-D. ARV Band. About to find out what the frick this thing is. Ow. Okay, we did do a lot of damage there. We're going to do that again. Second verse, same as the first, except you are going to do medicine for yourself, which I should have given more to, but that's okay. If I can transfer things to, I can't, so I'm just going to attack. Yeah, so exclamation point A-R-V as in Victor, B-A-N-D. Okay. We're going to Falcon Rune you again. We're going to Clone Rune you. We're going to Unite with you. We are going to Medicine Valeria, and you are going to Medicine Victor and Break. Oh, you did in the chat. All right. Oh, I see. Thanks, Prince Justin. Well, this guy can take a punch. Okay, we are going to... I wish he had... Alright, he's going to have to defend. I got to get Victor more medicines. Alright, we're going to Unite against you. That is doing some serious damage. We're going to Medicine Victor. And you are going to Medicine Valeria. And break. Okay, Falcon Rune you. You are going to Clone Rune you. You are going to unite against you. You are going to medicine again Valeria. And you are also going to medicine Valeria because she really needs to get higher up there with levels. Or with hit points, rather. Good, thank you. Oh, crap. Oh, okay. He just got that off. He's like, ah. Okay. No problem. Could have been a lot worse. I will happily take that. All right, I got to give medicine to Victor. So we're going to transfer... That guy was very cool looking, but ended up being a little bit anticlimactic in the end. Okay. My kingdom for an ability to combine medicines, or combine things. Alright. You go up there, you go up there, you go up there, you go up there, and you go up there. Okay. Nope. Haha, let's go. Protection rune piece. Okay, get to the right. No, it is 7-8. Yeah. Bomba bomba bada da bomba bomba bada da 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Yeah, 7-8. I see you're at the bottom of the vault now. This guy does hit hard. I am at the bottom of the chat. That's good. What's with intent? What's up, man? Uh-oh, I'm fighting a death machine, and they look worse than the last death machines. Okay, it's all right. We got this. I'm gonna have to, and the thing is, I'm gonna have to do this, and then I gotta get right after this section. I've got to get out of here so I can set up for my GOG stream, which is at the top of the hour. I'm gonna use Finger of Death on one of these guys just to be on the safe side. Sounds so out of tune, yet not. Yes. Yes. A lot of there's a lot of King Crimson influence in the band from the guitarist who was there at the time. The guy who co-founded the band with me a long time ago is not with the band anymore, but so yeah. And it's got some Robert Frost vibes because it was I write the lyrics, so it was oh great. So the road less traveled, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, if you're familiar with that poem. Flowing water cane. Yay! Dwarf treasure. And also, guess who's not going to go through all that again? Let's go. Get out. Hey, I got it. Well, good luck. Oh, I don't need it. Okay. Time to upgrade my rest of my weapons. Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Nope. We're going to sell first. Okay, I'm not going to need 2 blue ribbons. That's fine. And that's all fine. Great. Wonderful. Love it. All right. Now we're upgrading weapons. And then I do need to get more armor, but I'm not going to do that right now. Mindscape Tool. I could see a little bit of that, although we're not nearly as heavy as Tool is sounding. One of the guitarists used to say that we were wussy prog, which, you know. But I had another one. Oh, protection room beast. What am I doing? These things are not attachable. I was thinking of them as attachable. Yeah, that was totally my bad. I could have used that earlier, but oh well. I would like Valeria to have this because I feel like I'm going to be using Valeria a lot. Okay. Now, upgrade. $11,000 to upgrade. Wow. Oh, the rhythm playing. Ah, I see what you're saying. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you like some of the stuff. Well, there's also, if you our first album, which is what Yellow Wood is on, there's a song New York City 96, which I think is on there. I don't remember which one of the albums it's on. That's got a very bluesy feel. And if you like sort of the blues rock stuff, 70s, 80s, Breathless, which is the opening track on Drift, is very like sort of, it's older school, let's say. Let's put it that way. So these guys can upgrade everything. Don't have enough money. No, I sure don't. Okay. Great. Okay, now we're going to save it. Save, and then we go talk to the guy, and then we're heading out. Okay, good. There's that. We go over. Oops. Darn it. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Nope, it's not you. Where the hell's the chieftain's thing? There we go. Hey, guess what? Ho, ho, ho. I can't believe it. You actually managed to break into our vault. Fine, then, I'll believe your story. A burning mirror is a devastating weapon, but it can be shattered in an instant if you use another of our treasures, the Firewind Cannon. I'll have one built for you immediately. You can just do that? Like, this factory stuff is off the chain, man. We thank you, Chief of the Dwarves. Commander Arvin, let's return to the village to deliver the news. I'm certain the Chief of the Elves will believe us now. Good luck, kiddo. Which means I'm going to have to go down to the village of the elves. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, also, this is really another thing I really like. Okay. Gotta pin these because this way I will remember where I'm going. It's a very clever, like, almost like a journal system before a game really had a journal system on a general basis. So. Save. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this a lot. I think it's just, you know, as everyone has said, it's not like super complicated or anything else, but it's kind of enjoyable and also enjoyable to get into a franchise that I had not really gotten into very much to this point. So trying to decide if I can. No, I probably shouldn't. And it's on normal. I could set it to hard, but my thing is I always try to go to the default difficulty because my general belief is that that is what they balance it the most for. Otherwise, a lot of times these things become like, oh, well, you'll just, we'll just give them more hit points or things that are sort of obnoxious, which is not what we're looking for. Okay. Lovely. So, very excited to get more into this game. I am really enjoying this a lot, and I think it's good for the stream, and I dig it. So, I am having more playtime will happen with this as time goes along. But now what I need to do is I need to get over to GogCom's Twitch channel because at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing some more of the Lamplighters League, which if you have not seen played, you should definitely check out. Very cool game from the amazing folks at Harebrained Schemes. Now, as far as this month's schedule is concerned, if you type in !calendar, you will see the details about what's going on this month. Right now, that calendar looks really empty because I have been away and I just got back again. And so now I'm going to be catching up and doing all that stuff. So on my list is to fill out the schedule. Triffitt did a lot of that work already, and I'm going to be filling it out so that everyone else can see it. So within the next couple of days, that should be set to go. But I will be streaming again, as I usually do, on Thursday night, and I will be, I imagine, playing more of this game. There is some more Gloomhaven in our future at some point with Zach, but he's got a going gig that makes it difficult for him to do Thursdays, and I've got stuff going on other days, so it's not always easy to figure out. But we will try to figure out a time to actually do it. And then I believe it is on Saturday, but let me just double check. Sounds good. Thank you, Dink. Thank you, Osmosis. Always a pleasure to see you folks again soon. So let me just make sure. Check this out, and I go down to this. Hang on one second. I've almost got it here. Okay, got it. August 8th. So August 8th, as I move over here and switch this like this. So August 8th, this coming Saturday is what that's known as, will be the launch of Dragonlance. So Dragonlance is coming, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Those of you who are familiar with the mid-'80s novels that became kind of cult classics, I guess you could say, more than that probably. Dragonlance begins on Saturday. We have videos all set to go. We have overlays all set to go that I'm going to be downloading and figuring out and installing again today and tomorrow over the next couple of days as I get everything squared away and caught up on. But I am very excited for that. That is happening on Saturday. You will definitely want to be there for that, for Dragonlance. And then we'll be back with stuff coming up next week. You will have, as I say, more community D&D from the Shadow crew. You will have more community D&D from the amazing Prince Justin. It's going to be amazing. Yes, a long stream. That's basically it. It's just going to be praising Takesis all time. Oh, the Lord of many heads, we are thankful. The Dragon Queen of love. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. That you got it, Atero. That's basically it. That's really what most of the campaign is going to be. It's going to be several 4-hour-long sessions every month in which we basically all speak in tongues and praise Takesis. And I for one, welcome our multi-headed dragon overlord. And so that may not be exactly what we're going to do, but it is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And then more of a bunch of other ones. Yeah, like exactly. Just like all the best Twitch streams, it'll be completely incomprehensible, but there'll be a few people who really, really like it. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but I'm going to rise up and get on out of here because I got to head over to GOG.com at the top of the hour for Pen and Pixels and more of the Lamplighters League. So please do join me over there for that. If you like what you saw and heard today, please follow the channel. Check out our YouTube. Thanks for everyone who was hanging out with me over on YouTube today, !ArvTube. Trying to push that subscriber numbers, continue to push those up, so please do that. It's free for you to do that, but helps us out. Gives you access to some content earlier, which is always a good thing. While I'm on the subject, !GenGMs. That is the link to my YouTube stream that I do with one Mr. Zach Clay, which is my DM and GM tip show. We just recorded a new episode of Gen Con, so I'm excited for that. And you can join us over there. We are almost to 100 subscribers on that other channel as we're trying to build that up up. So please do subscribe to us over there as well. And we're going to have more cool things coming from that very soon. On the Discord here, !ArvCord, hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky is !ArvSky. Please follow me over there. And the website for all this, arvanelleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area. Cool stuff for you, cool stuff for the channel. !ArvTreon is the Patreon. That's the one sitting right over there. You can get very cool stuff for you, including character backgrounds written for you and epic poems written about you and stuff like that when you support the stream through that Patreon. And we're going to be making some updates to that soon too as well. Don't forget as well the inspirations that you can get from that place too. Plus subbing to the channel, as several of you were nice enough to do today, gives you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. That is always appreciated also. So you can do that, and would love to have you do that and get those awesome emotes and Twitch badges, sub badges, and also again the inspirations to help our tabletop players. On the publishing front, Icarus is my graphic novel. Please check that out. Please check out Library, my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook. And please also check out Greyshade. That is my Greyshade IP. Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic, the Grey Assassin trilogy, critically acclaimed, award-winning. You can get those there. You can also get the audiobooks of Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic there. And you can also pre-order from our very own Trent Sparks, by the way. And you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade as well from lead designer and good friend Brandon O'Brien. Very excited for that too. And as always, BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Hello, Echo. Good to see you. Next week, Echo, is when the nominations should be. I believe it's going to be next week. Yeah. BLM, Black Lives Matter, I'm forgetting everything because I've been away for 4 days. Help Now, that's the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And we send the message, we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Much love to the people of Minneapolis, Minnesota, to the people of Biddeford, Maine, to the people of Newark, New Jersey, to the people of Memphis, Tennessee, everywhere that is continuing to fight against federal occupation and invasion, and doing so, again, by inspiring us. Keep it up. We are winning slowly at great cost, but we are winning, and you folks are helping show the way. So please continue to do that. Much love your way. Thanks to everyone who made this an awesome stream today. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Dragon Spear, Hillness, Prince Justin, Triffity Mats, the best in the business. Thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters and subscribers, Dragon, Hillness, Prince Justin, Triffid, Nonstop, Echo, Imaginary Exponent. So good to see you, Imaginary. Continued good luck with everything. Stay safe. Of course, much love to my wonderful viewers, Atero, Big Boss, Black Fury, Butthurt Gamer, Darth Sisu, Dink, Gaia Shield, Dragtris, Valerian Gamer, and of course, Osmosis Streams, who was here earlier on. Thank you to Shattermage and Def and Run and others who were over on the YouTube channel. And I will see you folks over on GOG in just about 15 minutes for more of the Lamplighters League. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other. And I'll catch you folks soon. Have a good day.